you. Hi all, good afternoon. My name is Luis Raimundo Gures Martinez. I'm industrial engineer and I'm the president of Agroempresas Blackburn. Okay, this is my own business. And also I'm third vice president of the Puerto Rico Farm Bureau and vice president of the hydroponic cooperative in Puerto Rico. So I want to bring some tips about how hydroponics business works. Okay, so basically let's going to start with something that is named in the manufacturing industry like lean manufacturing. Okay, welcome to our Gemba. Gemba basically is a Japanese concept that is used and means we need to go into the floor to identify the opportunities in all of our business. So basically, after the COVID-19 impact, we are out of business because the 90% of our clients was restaurants. So if they're out of business, we are also out of business. But we restart again in these weeks and we want to make something different. So basically we are going to sharing our experience for the new farmers or new potential farmers that can or that this kind of new farmers that needs our knowledge. Okay, and we are going to start with the Lean Six Sigma concepts. For example, this is a DMI project that we use in the definition, measure, analyze, improve, and control that we use when we start our business. Currently, in this phase, so we start with our crop plan. It's very important to understand what is the three different phases of the crop plan in the agricultural business. For example, we have the germination day, we have the transplant, and we have the crops. Between the germination and transplant, we need approximately 14 to 18 days. This is when the seed is broken and the plant starting to grow. Then the transplant is when we move these plants directly to our hydroponic system. Basically, our system is an NFT system that we use to growing our plants. And our crops. Our crop date is approximately 7 weeks after the germination. Okay, so we start in May 10. We start with the first germination, followed by the second one that it was in May 17, and continuously. The next week we are going to germinate a new ones and continuously. Okay? According to our crop plan, it's very important to understand and know that if we want to promote the sustainability in the agricultural business, we need to take in consideration this one. This is the most important because our customers need basically our products, and we need to understand the importance of a supply chain in the agricultural business. Okay, how we can do that? Basically, we have our production KPIs that we use every day. So the KPIs, key process inputs. So basically, it's the measures that we define that we need to have the traceability. So to assure the yield that we are going to have with our crops. Basically, in the agricultural business, if you transplant 100 seeds and you want to success in your business, so basically you need in your crop approximately the 75% of this crop. This is how do you measure, okay? So it means that we want, our goal is a yield of 75%. How we reach this yield? Basically, in our KPIs, we have the ppms, parts per million. This is basically the salt particles that are in the water. the pH, this is the acidity level of the water, and the temperature. The temperature is very important because in the growing phase of the plants, in the specific in the lettuce, if the temperature of the water is up to 85 grades Fahrenheit, it means that the plant it's neutral. So basically, neutral means that during the time that the plants are going in 85 or over, they don't going to eat. So the plants needs to eat, and in the hydroponic business, eat water with salt. So this is the comparison that we have. So this is the temperature. We need to aware the maximum quantity of hours during the sunlight, basically higher, lower with 85%. Okay, this is one of our most important KPIs. We have the ppm part per million that we need to have approximately 1,200 ppm. This is our goal. And we want to achieve also a pH of 6.5. Okay? How we can do it? Well, basically, the natural reserve of water that we use for our plants have in a natural basin is approximately 600 ppm and a pH of 8.5. Okay, this is the natural water reserve. Okay, it means that if we fill our tanks with this water, we're going to start with 600 ppm and 8.5 of pH level. But our goal is 1,200, and our goal is 6.5 in pH. So how we achieve that? For example, if we have value lower than 1,200, we need to increase the ppm level. That it means that we need more salt in the water. Okay, this salt includes calcium, fertilizer, and magnesium. Okay, we use the measure is 2 cups of calcium, 2 of fertilizer, 1 of magnesium. This is the relation that we have 2, 2, and 1 between calcium, fertilizer, and magnesium. This is the first one. Okay, so we are going to start to apply the different cups in the water. For example, in our first measure in May 23, we got approximately 470 ppm, 8.76 pH, temperature 83.1. So we applied in our 600 gallons of water, we applied this amount of salt, 2, 2, and 1. Now, May 25, when we measure the levels in our water, we get in the values like 650, 8.61, 87 grades of temperature. Okay, this is without this application. That this application was today. That means that with this application we grow approximately 220 ppm, and we getting down dot 16 here. Okay. So if we apply today 2 to 1 And in this case, we also apply phosphoric acid. So in the next measure that are gonna be approximately, we estimate about tomorrow, or we need to try to measure this every day. So this is a constantly that we need to pending up about these values. So the assumption is that for tomorrow we are going to have values approximately 800, approximately. Important, if we apply phosphoric acid, it means that this is the variable that are going to push down our pH level. So if we have 8.5, we want to achieve 6.5. So we are going to understand this variable in the next measure, and basically this is the principal KPIs that we need to take in consideration in all hydroponic business. Okay? It's very simply to getting this information. For example, we have a pH meter, and this is a small cup that we use to take a sample of the water. Okay, give me a second. Okay, in this case, for the first tank that we have, approximately 600 gallons, we applied an hour ago, we applied these values of salt and phosphoric acid. So if we taking out the sample of the water, currently normally if you want to have an accurate measure, you need to wait in approximately a few hours, or a recommendation is the next day. So we need to take in consideration also that this is the 1200 ppm value have a window that can be between 100, 1400 and 900. Okay, you can have this variable because we don't want to have stress plants. So and if you apply every day different amount of salt and water, you can stress these plants. So basically, an hour ago we have 880. The temperature basically is the same, 89. This is depending of the hour. So now if it was 2 p.m., now it's 3 p.m. Main 25, the same tank, the same water, and the pH that we have This is the relation that we need to take in consideration during our cropping process. If we measure all, we can understand the whole process. This is the most important. This is the message that we want to sharing with the new young farmers that want to start their business. So basically, make your plan and then evaluate it, and then contribute with the agriculture in Puerto Rico and the whole world. Okay, this is a brief introduction of lean manufacturing in the agricultural business process. Thanks.